Hi, my Entropia name is Kree Asgard, and you're watching a tutorial of the only safe way of space travel in Entropia Universe, which is using motherships, and also a tour of Mothership Bismarck. So let's get started. On a planet, look for announcement of a travel by a mothership, or MS for short. Approach the advertiser, make sure that it's an authorized person to collect the payment from. Check their forums or official websites of that mothership. Right-click on the avatar, pick Avatar from the selection, and Private Trade. You may at this stage confirm the current price and ask any questions you might have. Extract the agreed sum for your pet card by right-clicking on it and selecting Extract Pet, and drag the pile to the lower bottom of the trading window. Hit the green checkbox to accept, and then once more to confirm. There are two types of flights, scheduled and unscheduled. Scheduled flights leave plans at a given time, no matter how many passengers are on board. Unscheduled flights leave when a number of passengers reaches a certain minimum, such as 5 in this example. Ask a person announcing the trip if you are in doubt about that. You'll be asked to join the passenger team in order to allow the captain to add you to the guest list on the mothership and summon you on board. Remember, the space is a PvP area, and all stackable resources and minerals can be lost. If you don't need to transport any, be sure to leave them at the planet's storage. If you do want to transport them safely, you will be asked to log off once on board. The stackables are the only items in these two tabs of inventory: minerals and resources. The rest are safe to get on board. After a few moments, you'll receive a summon request. It will inform you of dangers and also the mind arc charges to get down to the planet. This is 2 peds if you fly to a planet using a quad wing or Sleipnir VTOL, or 7 peds if you use a teleporter from the space station over the planet. Accept it and you'll be transported to the ship. Once on board, pay close attention to the force chat. It's the yellow chat, and it can be used across all the ship, no matter which part of the ship you're on. The area you appear at is the hangar. From here you can spawn a vehicle and fly out to the space, or teleport down to the space station using the teleporter down to the space station the ship is currently docked at. More about this later. The captain or a crew member will inform you of the procedure and will ask you to log off if you're carrying any stackables. This is your last chance, if you got any, to do so. They will also inform you of a voice chat or a link to the website which will inform you when it is safe to log back in. If you're planning to stay on board for the trip, let the captain know that you're ready. In this video, I'll show you how the warp flight looks from the seat of co-pilot, thanks to Sakuba, owner and the pilot of the Bismarck. The warp flight only takes about a minute, so you may want to stay in the hangar, but you're free to visit the ship. The ship needs to leave the safe zone around the space station and enter the PvP zone, from where it can activate its warp drive and jump to any destination in space. You'll be notified when the ship enters PvP zone. During this time, before the warp, the mothership can be attacked and destroyed. If you are on board and carrying any stackables, the pirates most likely will loot them from you. Nothing else than the materials and resources are lootable.
Warp drive sequence initiated. Arriving at destination.
And here we are, Calypso. It is still not safe to log in at this point. You'll need to wait for the all clear from the crew. The ship needs to enter the safe zone and dock. If you're in a hurry, however, you can spawn your vehicle at the hangar and leave through the hangar door. Remember that the vehicle needs to have a space thruster attached to it, and you will need to pay 2 peds to enter the planet. Bismarck offers monthly subscriptions, which let you to fly on any scheduled or unscheduled flights between any planets it services. It also gives the opportunity to skill in vehicle repair, engineering, gunner skills, pilot skills, take part in hunting and training sessions. Before I'll explain how to get to the planet from the mothership, I'll give you a tour of the ship. The pilot and the gunner seats are at the command center, which are on the first floor. In the middle of the command center there is a repair point, used to keep the ship in good health while in combat. The Anyara class mothership has 4 repair points. Next, on the same floor is the reactor. Reactor is another repair point. A floor below the reactor is the propulsion, yet another repair point. There's a televator from the propulsion back to the crew deck, one floor below the command center. Our revive point is also on this floor, so if you spawn back directly on the mothership, you'll end up on this floor. To spawn back on the ship if it's destroyed, you need to cancel out the timer, wait until the spaceship actually appears back on the station, and then hit T again to spawn directly on the mothership instead of the space station. On the second floor, you'll find the observation deck. The crew deck is connected with the upper and lower hangar. I find the upper hangar easier to spawn vehicles on. In the lower hangar you find 3 terminals: guest list, tray terminal and repair terminal, and also a teleporter. Below the hangar you'll find another repair point and fuel tanks. Spawning vehicle on the lower hangar is a bit difficult. Make sure you're in a good distance away from the teleporter, more or less halfway through the hangar. You can use the teleporter to get down to the space station, and from the space station use the same teleporter to teleport down to the planet. Use the teleporter, select the space station from the drop-down, select the teleporter from the list on the left, and hit teleport. Since I'm not carrying any stackables, I'll show you how traveling by the ship looks like down to the planet. Remember, it costs 7 peds to use the teleport from the space station to the planet, but it's the only safe way if you're carrying any stackables. It takes about 3 minutes with a quad wing to reach the planet's surface. The pilot will have to pay 2 peds to enter the planet. You may ask your co-passengers or the crew if they're flying and may take you with them. During these 3 minutes, or 6 minutes if you're using a Sleipnir, you can be shot down. Remember that your vehicle has to have a space thruster attached to it. Watch out for trees. And lampposts. And here we are, Port Atlantis. Thanks for watching and safe flights.